Hello, beloved of the Lord. This is Bev Potter and Rory. All right. I feel like I'm ready to share about that dream of darkness, but I felt that this was a priority for the Lord this morning. So I'm going to do a different video first, and then hopefully I can do that one right after. All right, so this one is called Just As I Am. All right, since the beginning of doing YouTube, the Lord has made it clear that He wants me to just be myself. I wasn't like the first video. I was just looking like a mess. I didn't even dry my hair, and that's how I felt I was supposed to do it. So that's what I did. And then later on, someone had said something, been a bit critical about me, saying that, I don't know, they didn't feel that I was, what was the word? Just that I was trying to appear like something that I wasn't, or something like that. Anyway, I prayed about it, and the Lord gave me self-editing. And so I understood that for me to change what I was going to say in order to try to appear better than I actually am was not a good thing. And so I thought, I've probably done that. So I repented of that. I did a video on that, and it's just called, I think, Repentance or something. So, yeah. So it's a bit of a theme. And all that to say that I woke up this morning feeling somewhat crappy. And I wasn't sure if it was because I had a bit more wine than I should have, or I stayed up too late. I just didn't feel great, like unusually crappy this morning. And I feel like I'm supposed to come on here and tell everybody that, because I think the Lord has a point. So, first of all, I woke up feeling crappy, but my kids, I like to get up with them and make sure they have a good breakfast before they go to school. So I got up anyways and took care of breakfast and got them off to school. Because although I'm a stay-at-home mom, I'm not a stay-at-home mom so I can indulge myself. I'm here to be as big a blessing to my family as I can be. And that includes doing a lot of stuff around here that some women don't or can't because they're at work and they just, like, I make meals, whereas a lot of people, get takeout and things like that. And I'm not being critical. If I was out working like that too, I don't know if I'd have the strength to make homemade meals. But because I'm at home, that's what I try to do most of the time. Which is fine. That's what I feel like I'm supposed to do. So, all that to say, I feel like the Lord just wants me to be very transparent with you. I was planning to jump on the treadmill. That's why I have my little t-shirt on. It's from a race that I went in a few years back with a couple of my children, and it's a fond memory, but it was called the Heartbeat Run. I picked that on purpose. So, because I think it's all about the heart. Anyway, I was gonna jump on the treadmill though and just try to, get anything out of my system or try to perk myself up, wake myself up. And I just didn't feel like it. And I felt like the Lord's saying, no, just go and be yourself. It's like, okay. So I just want to share a couple of things. My husband drinks wine, and I've already shared that I believe he's one of those horses, and the Lord, I feel, has said to me that it's like an anesthetic. Yeah, if you've seen the horse dream, you know what it takes to break a horse's neck, and also what it feels like to be completely stripped of your skin. So completely skinned. And so the Lord did pray about, I mean, Rob prayed about it and asked the Lord, because he wanted to drink less. And the Lord said, it's not time yet. I was like, okay. So, but I did want to say that I feel, I really do feel that the horse's neck was broken that 10 days before Yom Kippur. And that's why the horse is now in right standing. It's finished coming to the end and passing through death. So, yes, what's going on with Rob now, I feel, is an inability to see the manifestation in this realm of what transpired there. And because, as I mentioned in the last video, I feel that he is a prisoner. He's trapped essentially in this realm, and is struggling with not seeing all the promises that have been given to us. And so that's his battle at the moment. But the Lord has reassured me that he's rapidly coming to set Rob free. So that's great. All right, the other thing. Okay. Oh, and I think the reason why we're doing this today, me and the Lord, is because I've been wanting to address something that I came across. And I'm not going to mention what channel it was, but this person had a dream. And the dream was that they saw their aunt in this dream, and she had a dress on and it had all kinds of pockets in it. And she was holding a bottle of wine. And then the Lord was approaching, and she tried to shove the wine into one of the pockets in her dress, except that the pockets were all sewn up. And so the Lord arrives, and he said to her, there's no room for that now. And the interpretation that was given, or what I sensed she was feeling the Lord was saying, was that we're not allowed to have wine anymore, or, that type of thing. We needed to get rid of all that kind of thing. And I thought about it, and immediately I felt fearful. It's like, Lord, are we out of your will? We've been praying about everything, and we feel like you're okay with whatever we're doing, that you're not asking us to give up anything we haven't already given up. And like, we felt like we were on the right track. And then when she said that, that brought in some fear. Like, are we missing something? Are you telling us something that we didn't receive, or whatever? So I prayed into it, of course, because when you feel fearful, that's not really from the Lord, unless it's the fear of the Lord, and then it's a completely different thing, and you know what's going on with that, and he's just letting you know that you're on the wrong track. But he hadn't done that. So I prayed until I believed I received the interpretation. So what I believe the interpretation is that we are not to be hiding anything from the Lord, or keeping anything for ourselves, keeping them from him for ourselves, right? So what's the solution? Well, the solution is to take everything and lay it at the feet of Jesus. So my picture was that this woman would take her bottle of wine and lay it at the feet of Jesus. And then Jesus would either pick it up and pour a glass of wine for her and give it to her, or he would smash the bottle. But it wasn't her decision, it's the Lord's decision. And I feel like that is what he's saying. That we are not to be hiding anything from him. We are not to be keeping anything for ourselves that we think that he doesn't want us to have, that kind of thing. And that brought me peace. So I did want to share that in case any people might be struggling with either that word or this kind of issue. So Okay, I just want to quickly tell one story that relates to this. And I did share it on another video, but it's very close to this, so I want to share it here. All right, so years ago, I was given a ring from a ministry. Someone had put it in their offering, and they had kept it, praying and asking God who it was for. And we had gone down, and we were visiting, and someone ended up praying over me and prophesying over me, and she had a picture, and she said, I see you digging through like a laundry basket and underneath all these clothes, and you're digging down and you found something and you're pulling it out, and it's a ring. And I'm like, yes, I feel like God's told me he has a ring for me, but I've been waiting for it. And the person who led the ministry, who had the ring, felt like the Lord was saying, yeah, it's for her. And you'll never guess where they stored that ring. It was in a suitcase, and it was under a bunch of clothes. So that's very interesting. So anyways, they gave me this beautiful ring, and it looked like flowers. So it was gold and diamonds. It was authentic. It was an actual gold and diamond ring, and it was just lovely. I really, really liked it. And it was so exciting because I felt that he had told me he had a ring for me, and it actually happened. Like it was a promise fulfilled. And every time I looked at it, it was like, wow, it's real. Wow, it's real. And that went on for maybe 3 months. And then after that, there was a shift, and I felt the shift. And I looked at it, and it was no longer, it no longer brought that excitement and that witness that, God's promises are real. It just became a possession. I still liked it. I still thought it was pretty. But I knew there had been a shift, and I wondered what was going to happen with that ring. So I ended up going to a meeting at a different ministry, and I had gone, and I didn't have any money with me in that, and I knew they were going to ask for offering, and I thought, I don't know what you're going to ask for. I don't have any money today, Lord. We'll just see how it goes, I guess. And so sure enough, they did take an offering, and the Lord said to me, I want you to give them the ring. And I thought, and I wasn't totally sure. I was like, surely not, Lord. You gave that to me. And you know what he said to me? He said, you are in danger of idolatry. I was like frantic. I could hardly get that ring off fast enough. And so I waited for the offering to go around because I didn't want to put it in the basket until it had passed around to everybody. And then I just ran after the fellow who was taking it to the back to count it, and I just shoved the ring in there. Yeah. So I had a lesson on idolatry. It's not necessarily what we think it is. But it's retaining for ourselves something that belongs to God. And honestly, everything we have belongs to God. Everything we are and everything we have. So not to lay it all at his feet is idolatry. So that's the end of my story and my video. And I hope you don't think I'm bad and wicked because I drink wine, and sometimes I drink. It doesn't happen often, okay? And we're not out carousing. Once in a while, I can wake up and feel like I didn't need that much wine. Nope, that wasn't a good idea. And so, there's a self-correcting thing there. I also get, I stayed up too late. That wasn't a good idea either. So, I mean, midnight is too late for me now. But anyway, I really felt that I was just supposed to bring this to you and be honest. So that's what I'm doing. Love you lots. God bless you. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.